Hey, what is up guys? So I'm going to be sharing my Fire and Ice Wizard build that uses Frozen Orb as well as using Apocalypse, which is the thing that is pretty much meta with the 6-piece Firebirds proc effect, which is that once you inflict burn damage, they're just going to burn until they die, which is actually really insane, and pretty much that replaces everything that the Wizard previously had. I actually want to build a Velvet Cameral build, but I'm still working on that, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what the build does really quick, and then we'll go ahead and go over all the gear, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to actually complete this. Basically, all you really need though is you need the Royal Ring of Grandeur with 3 Talrash's parts. The most effective way is to get the amulet, but getting an amulet and also having it roll sexy is a little bit difficult, so I haven't actually gotten a Talrash's amulet yet. But let's go fight one champion elite pack. This is on Torment 6, by the way, if you couldn't tell. I know sometimes the text is a little bit small on the top right, but let's go ahead and just find one elite pack, and then I'll show you how it plays. I mean, it plays pretty similar to the previous 6-piece Firebird set, but the only reason why I didn't like that build is it felt really AFK-ish. Like you would cast it and then you just walk away and you wouldn't really play the game. Well, let's get that pool of reflection. All right. Also, I'm running Aether Walker, so I'm able to just continuously teleport over and over. But I wish I could show you the dot. Okay, there we go. The dot, well, I think it hits for about 37 mil once it's fully procced. But you can see I really don't have too much of a problem with Arcane Power, even though Arcane Orb costs a lot, and same with the Blizzard. So that was an elite pack. Not the fastest, but that's because this build is still a work in progress, but I mean, I could effectively do T6. It's not like I'm getting carried or anything like that. So let me go show you what you actually need for this build. So first off, what you're going to want is you're going to want 3 pieces of Talrashas. Like I mentioned before, getting the amulet is more optimal. And you can actually run the 2-piece guilds and then get the 3-piece bonus, which is actually really nice. But most of your damage will be coming from fire, so don't go ahead and try to stack cold damage. It's not as effective. But let's go over the build real quick. So you want 3 pieces of Talrasha. I recommend well, it depends how your helm rolled. You can swap it out with the armor if you want. Attack speed isn't really going to be something that you're going to need, but it can definitely help out. Tactically with Blizzard, you don't really care too much for attacks because you're going to really cast it once and then you're going to walk away anyway. So you go ahead and you want the Talrash's helm. The belt is mandatory though. That is the one thing that you will definitely want. So if you're going to gamble for stuff first, I'd go with the belt because it is the part that you'd want the most. Because the other helm, like the helm, you can get the Firebird's helm or you can get the Talrash's helm. It doesn't matter. You can mix and match these. But you want the helm or whatever piece you have. I'm running the belt, and I'm also running the source over here because it rolled the critical hits grant Arcane Power. If you want to, like I said, if you have the amulet, it can be much more effective. Or if you have the armor, you can also swap parts too, because this actually gives you 20% up to actually 20% extra fire damage. But I decided to go with this because I don't have any other Talrash's parts. I'm running the Firebridge chest, which mine is garbage, but it's still here. And then I'm running the pants and then the boots. And you don't really need to increase the damage of like anything. I feel like you're getting a mixed damage anyways, and on top of that you already have the 5% from everything, so you get that multiplicative property anyways. Just a little bit is really just gonna help, and you get the 16% over here. For my Firebird's gloves are actually really nice, so I was really excited about that. That 48.95 or 9.5. Then I'm running the Firebird's shoulders. What you can do, like I said, if you have the amulet of Talrashas, you can go ahead and swap out the helm for Firebirds or the source for Firebirds, and then actually run the 2-piece all guilds, and then you get the 3-piece bonus as long as you have the Royal Ring of Grandeur. I know it's dexterity. It hurts me every time to look at it, but I don't have an int one that also has a socket. But this will change in the future. That will get me my DPS just a little bit higher. Then Aether Walker, I feel like this is just too awesome of an item. Just because I like teleporting constantly, it's very nice to have. Even though it says that there's no cooldown, there is a cooldown. You can see it's just like a 0.5 second cooldown. It's still there. It actually kind of makes it so you don't spam it as often. If you want, you can run Wormhole, and the first teleport after you activate Wormhole will actually have no cooldown. You can see I can teleport twice, and then it'll actually have a very short cooldown. But I have a really sexy SOJ. It rolled lightning though, but I'm re-rolling the lightning. I rolled it into crit, and I was like, I'll keep it there. I probably want to actually roll it into a socket. So I'm getting a lot of my damage actually, in addition to having the Firebird's dot. I'm running 2 legendary gems, the Pain Enhancer as well as the Poison Gem. I probably should run Bane of the Powerful, which is arguably the best gem in the game, but I think it might be on my Demon Hunter. But this Aether Walker, I'm thinking about activating a Romulandi's Gift on it so we can have a socket, and I can reroll the socket that it currently has into extra damage. But if I really want to, I can snapshot to this item over here, the sexiest Sunkeeper I've seen in a long time. 30% elite damage, 741, and decent amount of primary damage. All I have to do is reroll that socket over there into damage, and then from there we are basically good to go. And I can go ahead and Romulandi's Gift that. So that'll be something that I'm thinking about doing. It's really good because if I have the 2-piece guilds, I can get my elite damage. Is it like 90%? What is it? It's was it 15, and I already had 30, and this is an additional 30, so that's 60, 75 elite damage. That's not bad at all. That's almost double damage against elites, but still working on this build. And let me see if there's anything else that I got that was really cool to share with you guys. Oh, so going back to that little short thing that I was talking about, the Velvet Cameral build. This is, it's so sad that it rolled 4.5, but hey, you know, it's better than nothing. But I'm going to try out this, and I'm going to try an electrocute build, and they actually changed the electrocute that you actually want to use into fire anyway, so I'm like, okay, I can electrocute and run fire. I'd have to drop the Talrashas because I don't have the amulet, which makes me a little bit sad, but the thing that you want to use real quick is going to be this. Electrocute with Fork Lightning, so critical hits release 4 charged bolts, and it can, what is it? It's up to 2 additional enemies, so basically hits 3 times, and this will make it so, what is it? This one doubles the number, and then there's also Mykon's Ball of Hate, which I'm actually trying to gamble for. But anyways, that's a build for another day. But yeah, here's a fun build for you guys if you want to actually still play Frozen Orb and actually make it viable, because currently if you just use Frozen Orb and you're not using Apocalypse, you're not going to deal enough DPS, and people are going to be like, what the heck kind of build is this? Although you do kind of contribute to the team, because slowing down the enemies definitely does help in the you know, fights. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. HD Gaming signing out.